I'll let you two like do the intro, and then me and Ethan will come in. Just since you lot are like, you lot can have your chat. Have your chat.
Okay, so you're on mute, bro.
Hey guys, how are you?
I'm steady. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm blessed. Still got another leg and all that. Had a good week. Other than that, and I love Grealish. I love Haaland. I love what's that rapper? Tomiyasu. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. But how are you guys? Nothing
No, I
much.
think they should. Ethan, I think they should do the intro. To be honest, I think they should do the intro today.
Yeah.
Listen, welcome to Big Six Bits. Sorry, Big Six
What?
Bants.
Oh, starting already. Oh, already starting already. What an turn.
I Case, do the intro. Do the intro.
Yeah, when do you just? I like if you just do the intro, like just get done.
That is
More good.
dead to
More
me.
good.
That is shocking.
No,
More
but
good.
listen, hey, welcome
More
to
good.
Big Six Fans. It's another one. Game week. What was it? 23. We just had game week 23 roundup. Arsenal sadly dropping to second, joint with City with a game in hand. Liverpool went from 10th to 9th. Like Tottenham bumming it off. Like we're gonna get into all of it today. And you know who's here, kicking it up with the boys: Montel, Eve, and Kears. I can see people in the comments. Montaza, you need to hashigam. Ed as well, verbally hashigam. And Dennis, yeah, allow me. But anyway, man, what we saying?
No, good energy. Good energy. Good energy.
Man.
K, I can't see enough of you. K, I want to see you,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Kids, I want to see you, G. I want to see you,
No,
bro.
kids don't hide, bro.
Yeah, don't hide,
these
bro. I
are
wanna
little
see you,
things.
Like, it's not over.
These are the
Marathon.
YG. These are the
You're all
YG.
right, bro. Don't worry. It's not the end of the season. I want to see you,
YG,
bro.
fam.
I want to see you.
I'm
You
not
know what I'm saying?
happy. I'm not happy though. I'll be real.
Why not? You got a game in hand, though.
He would be, to be fair. He would be. He would be, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, listen, let's get into it, people. We are back for another episode of Big Six Fans. Big up Casey, for doing his brilliant intro. Nice to see, the Arsenal boys. They're alive. They're okay. They're breathing.
I'm breathing.
Guys.
I'm breathing.
Yeah, they're all
Not
right.
well, but I'm breathing.
Hard times yesterday. We didn't get to speak to them after the game. Instant match reaction. It's tough. It does get tough in these days. You know what I'm saying? People are saying kids should be at the bottom. If you did lose as well,
Right.
what
Correct.
if you think you should be above kids?
100%. I basically
Why?
want.
You got another,
to see.
could you have another leg to play, or what's?
Yeah.
If I get any reason as to why,
I'm a blue in it, so I'm a part-time City fan, and obviously I won this weekend. So
Whoa.
Get a grip.
Since we are top of the Prem.
Yeah, it's actually scary. That now he stays bottom.
Bear with me,
Stays bottom.
get a grip. This guy's a weirdo, fam.
Yeah,
You can stay at the bottom for that.
Yeah, you can stay in the bottom for that. You can stay in the bottom.
Stay at
that
the
is
bottom.
mad.
So he's saying top settings. All right. I'm getting my energy back.
Man said he's.
Okay, we share that one still. 10
Yeah, we'll share that. Me and you, Kate.
What we'll do is Kay, you'll stay bottom while we talk about Arsenal, and you can go top when it's Ethan's turn.
I hear that.
Or you in case you can decide which one of you go top when Ethan's doing.
I don't listen. What's mine is Casey's right now, bro. Any one of us can go top. I'll be real.
Yeah, weirdos, scaring me. Listen, people, smash a like and subscribe if you're new. We're about to get into it. It's the midweek roundup. Obviously, we would have done it on a Thursday, but with Manchester United versus Barcelona, we couldn't help but do it on the Thursday. We had to do it after this game, especially if it was an early kickoff. Manchester United 2, Barcelona 2, Manchester City 3, Arsenal 1. Who would have thought it? Big up Ed, big up Monts, my G. I just turned on the grill and I'm ready to cook. You see the thing we call life. It can be a real humbler, can leave a man broken. If you get too much chest, ask man like a gal. Big up a gal as well. Only 3 things in life are guaranteed: death, taxes, and Arsenal crumbling in February/March. Murtaza says top of the league. Hi, big up Dennis the Great says I'm here for the Arsenal cooking. Talk now and put Kears at the bottom, says Murtaza. Arsenal ain't winning no league. Hold that Arsenal time. You won the league. You won the league. Valencia won the Liga. game in hand hype. You said that last year, and you bottled top 4. Hold that Arsenal, aka victims. Rah.
Ha.
This is why it's so reactionary from them.
Where's Corey? Where's Corey? Corey isn't here. He cannot make the stream. Apologies, guys. Apologies. I said Arsenal wouldn't score at the Emirates, and I only did because of a Bandaloo pen. What did I tell you? Sammy says people are being too harsh on Arsenal, and Leicester and Milan love my ass off. Spurs fans are weird. Now let's keep it moving, guys. Make sure we smash the like button. There's a few things I want to discuss when it comes to the Arsenal game. And it's not even down to certain logistics of the game and how the game went, because I think Arsenal did play a good game, if we're being completely honest. I think Arsenal played a decent game, especially in the first half. But this is what I wanted to discuss. This. Now,
that's
Bully.
the game, man.
That's what I wanted to discuss.
This guy always scores
It's
against.
disrespectful to
ADP's record, I believe he scored more goals against Arsenal at the Emirates than anyone else. I believe that was the stat.
just more goals against Arsenal. Just more goals against Arsenal.
Was it Arsenal or was it just at the Emirates? It was Arsenal in general.
Yeah,
and the other stat was 7 games, 7 wins at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a damning stat.
What do we say? What do we say? That is not good enough, bro. I think at least one game in them 7. That's 7 years. That's 7 seasons, 7 defeats against Manchester City. And this isn't I'm not gonna lie, man. This City team is queffable for one. This City team is very queffable.
Arguably the weakest they've been in a very long time.
I'll be real. It's our bogey team, isn't it? Like it's one of those. We just can't beat. We can't seem to beat City like seem to beat Spurs. So
hey, Kay, save him.
One thing about saving thing. In my opinion, yeah, the way we approach City is we try to go toe for toe, right? And for a good part, of recent, for good parts of the game, it works, innit? But the problem is, with this whole going toe to toe, to actually beat them, bro, you need to be clinical. You're not gonna be able to. We don't play the football like, say, a Tottenham. We play different type of football. You lot all approach City differently, innit? And I think that you lot's system to tackle City works better, innit? Our one works, but it relies on taking your chances, bro. And if you don't take your chances, it's just problems, bro. And we're gonna get into it more, but Eddie Nketiah, like, we've been praising him for his goal score, like coming in and doing a job since Jesus has gone. And don't get me wrong, he has done a good job for the most part. But in these key games, bro, these gilt-edged chances, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not even talking about top-class strikers now. I'm saying people like a Callum Wilson, he's not a bad striker. He's decent, innit? Callum Wilson would have finished one of those chances at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Well, what you man saying? Another day he
on another day, maybe, but bro,
he don't know. But now he don't know. Right? He don't. I can't lie.
And it's not
this Eddie thing. Yeah, I'm tired of people like, bro. Eddie for me, like, he's a good enough striker for like a mid-table, like 13th, 12th, them type of things, like a Palace or them man there. That's where Eddie can thrive in them teams there, starting. As a striker for Arsenal Football Club, when Jesus got injured for 3 months, Eddie is now leading my line for 3 months. You can call that basically like, that's long-term, by the way. That's long-term. So Eddie being my long-term striker for the season, it's not good enough. And it's not, so people talk about title and bottling it. When you got people like this, like I'm not discrediting Eddie. I think he's a good player, but he's just not up to the level of a good striker for Arsenal Football Club.
Let's be real. Jesus, front end of the season, wasn't bagging him chances. You're talking like as though Jesus.
Yeah, but bro, Jesus brings you different. Bro, what Jesus brings to the team is unmatched. No one can do what Jesus does. No one. So that will allow people like Martinelli to thrive, Saka to thrive, even himself.
He'll bring more goals for the whole team.
Yeah, he's bring more goals to the front.
Here after kids, you've come so Like, you've done so much personal development after cussing Firmino for 3 years straight, fam. You have done so much that you developed. This is beautiful to see. You come so far.
This is literally what Bobby was doing, and I couldn't see
Lid,
it.
fam, for years.
No, I hear it. I hear it now. I can't lie. You're right. I hear it still. I hear it.
Sacrifice himself so everyone else can thrive, fam, while still looking saucy. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
it's true.
about.
It's true still. But Ed, that's my point, bro. Eddie, unfortunately, he can't do that. And I want to repeat, I'm not saying Eddie's bad. I'm not giving him
I'm
any
not getting on to Eddie.
Yeah, I'm not getting on to it, but I'm saying he's not good enough.
It's just not good enough. Like,
yeah,
I hear it. Let me just get to the super chat quickly. Big up Martazi. It says bogey team. Man like Daddy 1111 call him Daddy. Hey, listen, I'm gonna go to what Assad said. Assad is on UK. He says, no, don't give me that Eddie slander now. When he had the double against United, all I was hearing is your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room. Because not
you got to pick up your
Prem is in trouble. De Bruyne's in the room. That's what was ringing around on Twitter.
Bro, you have to big up your players, G. You have to big up your players. Like, it's a song. It went trending. It is what it is. But we know, Casey. Me and you know, as fellow Arsenal fans, that Eddie for 3 months is my main.
And these men know themselves. Our Eddie, like prop has been more hope than like. Correct. It's definitely been driven by hope, bro, because we have no other option. Like,
very good.
Us Arsenal fans believe that maybe Martinelli or Trossard can fill in from time to time. Maybe Eddie starts there, but then you swap him out and put on Martinelli as a striker or move him as whatever. Like, just try something different down the middle, bro. That's my only thing. I don't mind. And Nketiah, like, bro, he has moments, bro. He is a fox in the box. Like, he can do these things. Not to the consistency we need, but he has it in him. So I don't mind him playing from time to time. But like you said, 90 minutes every game, like, he's not getting subbed. We're not trying nothing different. Like, that's where the issue is, bro. Because when it doesn't work, he doesn't have any help.
You know, I can't. You know what? I'm not gonna have that, because if he's a mid-table starting striker at best, then so basically you guys don't have any decent goal scorers. Then you don't have anyone in your team who's gonna score you 15 to 20 goals a season. Is that what you're saying? Because Nketiah,
we got
Jesus. By the way.
No, but Jesus, Saka, and potentially Martinelli could have done that if they all stayed fit. They could have all done that. Yeah, I know, but like, if they need Jesus for it to thrive, like they need Jesus.
Yeah,
or
but
Jesus like they are.
I hear what you're saying.
I think even
I hear what you're saying, but I understand what you're saying about Eddie, bro. But Eddie, this was Arsenal against Man City. Let's have it right. And
you might have still lost the game. Like, at
the end of the day, it wasn't about. It's about ruthlessness, and Eddie wasn't ruthless yesterday.
Yeah, he wasn't. And we gave
How about this? He was better than Odegaard. Saka got fouled out the game. He scored the penalty. Saka didn't have the greatest of games. Martinelli, we won't speak on Martinelli. Obviously, Trossard didn't get enough game time for us to really judge him. But, like, I'm not saying Eddie was the best out of your forwards. I don't think he was. But, bro, like, he's the one who got the penalty for you. For me, I think he was wasteful, but he got the penalty. He got you back in the game.
He also missed chances.
He missed some more, bro.
Three big ones as well. Not just any that kind of.
He should have scored the header.
He should have scored the header.
No, I'm hearing a lot of excuses. But here what I'm saying. I want to know, like,
it's weird.
I want to know if, like, obviously you man told me that two for every position. That you know your depth was, you know, that's the whole purpose of the depth. Like, I want to know what's going on with, like, obviously you've tweaked a little, but you man were very shaky. Do you think with Partey being back in the fold and Ben White being back in the fold, you would have seen a different outcome? What's the real reasoning? That's what I want to know.
I feel like
Jorginho didn't have a bad game.
No, I don't agree with that. I feel like. Sorry, go on, Kay. You say it.
No, I was gonna say Jorginho didn't have a bad game, so we can't say if Partey was here would have been. We don't know what could have happened. All I know is that the level on the pitch is what I look at, bro. If you're
Yeah.
good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club and start, Mikel Arteta starts you, I need a performance. So
Yeah.
Jorginho on that pitch, he had a good game. If we're being real, he had a very good game.
So why did you lose to City at home? 3-1.
Like they were better than us, bro. That's what
They
it
were
is.
better.
They were better than they.
Well, it kind of goes back because listen. Let's be real. I think Jorginho had an okay game. It wasn't as bad as everyone
Humblest
said.
thing.
But let's have it right. 3 games in the Prem, 1 point, 1 point out of a possible 9. You also lost the FA Cup, so that's 4 games without a win. 2 of those being defeats, 3 of those being defeats actually, and 1 of those being a draw. I was on earlier with Troops earlier today, and he was saying Arteta and the Arsenal team might have hit a wall at the moment. They need to kind of get themselves out of this rut that they're in. I believe you guys will get past Villa on the weekend, but my thing is the blueprint to counter Arsenal becoming a little bit clearer? We asked this after the Everton game. Everyone said no. Brentford done the same thing. Everyone said no. Man City, I'd say in that first half, soaked up what they needed to soak up. The blueprint came a little bit clearer. Even though you have the blueprint, doesn't mean you'll be able to execute what you need to execute against Arsenal. Hence why I think even if Aston Villa tried to do it, they wouldn't be able to do it. But it seems to me, if you foul Saka out the game, and you double up on Martinelli and Odegaard, it then depends on what mood Odegaard's in. That's what it seems like to me. With Arsenal
I feel like our system, our system's very particular in it, and that's both a weakness and a strength. It's a weakness because if the right 11 aren't there, it don't work. You know what I'm saying? The adaptations of the system don't work. We need the exact system, and the exact system we all saw when our team was fit. No matter what anyone tried, we even had teams when we was on our great run or form before the World Cup that sat back and tried to soak up, and they just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone has the blueprint. I just think that things are currently not working. I don't know if it's a mentality thing that because Jesus ain't here I don't know what it is, but I don't think people have the blueprint of
this picture here for me, like I think it's a mentality thing from top to bottom, in my opinion, in terms of really pushing for the Prem. I think you guys are doing what you can to get there, but then there's pushing for the Prem, like as in we're talking like gunning for it. And I believe your board and your hierarchy think that you guys can go and win next year or the year after. I believe, you know what I'm saying, that you guys will get better and better as the years go by with that Champions League football and when you fill out your squad. But bro, the reason why I'm saying from top to bottom, you go and get Felix, this conversation's not even being had, in my opinion. If you get the Felix to over the line, if Caicedo comes in,
worse and worse now.
If Caicedo comes in, you ain't got to really worry about J5 maybe not being the same as Partey, offering the same, or even like a Declan Rice. You know what I'm saying? The guys who were there, who were the options before Jorginho. One of those guys. He broke the bank for one of those guys. I won't go as far as Mudryk because he's probably the only one out of your targets who don't really look like they've hit the ground running out of the 4 targets in it. But that's what I mean, kind of Edu and how they're looking at the top. And another one, this was Arsenal's biggest game of the modern era. Yes, generally in the modern era over the last 5 years or so, since that FA Cup final, I generally think this has been Arsenal's biggest game. And for the first half, you treated it like it was one of your biggest games. And then second half, I don't know what happened. Everything just went left.
It was definitely. I won't say it was a team thing. It was very much individual errors that did cost us. Tomiyasu, I don't want to blame it on individual errors, but come on,
that makes it worse, bro.
We have to talk about it, like, bro. I know, Montel. It seems like a continuous thing because we always seem to shoot ourselves in the foot with City. So I have to give them credit because they did press us well. They do press well as a team, but they especially press well because whenever it went out to Tomiyasu or any of our wide players, really, they swarmed us, bro. And they either caused us to go back to the keeper or we had to do a great pass or passage to get out of it. So they did make it hard for us, but we gave them these opportunities, bro, on a plate, bro. The first one, KDB, what a finish, by the way, like world class finish.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know.
Easy. That's
I'm
not
gonna
easy.
be real in it. I'm gonna be real. It's your biggest, and this isn't the end of the title race. You lot are still in it, of course. No one's gonna say they're not. But this was a massive game. You just cannot give City momentum. And for me, Gabriel not good enough. Saliba at times in the second half looked shaky. I think the nerves didn't run through the fans because from what it looked like and from what I heard, Emirates was bouncing start to finish, bro. Emirates was booming. The crowd done their
You could
thing.
hear it. You could hear it, even when we was losing 3-1.
And this is why it looks like a mentality thing to me. Because another thing, I'm tired of this whole, oh man, we like this calm Xhaka now. Xhaka's so much more calm. He doesn't need to get involved in anything. When Arteta got pushed by KDB, the only man I saw that looked like he wanted to back it was Xhaka, bro. He's the only one, fam. Everyone else stood there like a bunch of pussies, bro. The backroom staff sat there and watched their gaffer get pushed, and then not just get pushed. Kevin De Bruyne wagged his finger in his face when Arteta tried to say something, as if to say, "I play ball with you. Don't wag your finger at me. I'll do what I want. I play ball with you, bro."
What's that going to do?
I think
I'm sorry, bro. In a big game, you do not give respect. You don't were just too nice, in my opinion. You don't had the better quality, but you were too nice. And
so, Mons, what you're saying is you wanted us to fight, you cause a ruckus after that.
100%. Not around the referee enough. Too nice, too apprehensive, too hesitant. Every time you guys got opportunity, Saka got the ball, sat a man down, got his shot off too late. Xhaka got the ball, sat Diaz down, managed to, and it gets his shot blocked because he took so long to take his shot off. Everything was just so apprehensive when something should have gone your way, bro. Bernardo Silva should have got a yellow years ago before he got a yellow. Years before he actually got one, bro. The dark arts of football for Arsenal were not there. And you need a lot of that when it comes to playing City. You can't show these man respect.
I think that's down to the manager. Isn't that the manager's job to generate that energy? And
I think he did at times because you can see he was trying. He was pulling them to the side.
There's one thing trying, there's another thing actually doing, innit?
Yeah, like implement.
Look at the way City came out against Villa that first half, bro. Everyone knew they were just hungry for it. They were just energy. They wanted to win. Like
hounding the ref, bro. Hounding the ref. Hounding the ref, bro.
Over little things, free kicks, any decision. Bro.
Like, it's literally. And even Kyle Walker, yellow card from what, the 19th minute? Yeah. How's man not running at him? How are you not challenging him, man? They had 3 yellow cards when you guys had none.
You're right. You're right.
It's not about how pretty the football was, but you should have took push. You know what I'm saying? It's the nasty side of Arsenal that should have come out like that, and that's what I think made you guys better than that United side all those years ago for the 3 of those years, because you man were bro. Man were getting bullied in the tunnel, bro. Man were getting bullied up in the tunnel.
No, I hear it.
What you gotta understand. You understand that it's an experience thing. Wenger's much more experienced than Arteta. Them players are much more experienced than. This is all new to Arsenal. This is new to them players. The majority, the vast majority.
This is the point I'm making. You think Sir Alex gets pushed like that, or you think Wenger, bro? You think Wenger gets pushed? Man, not going crazy.
Mikel was taking the piss though. That's so.
Bro, you're at home.
I hear what you're saying.
In penultimate games, it is about fine margins, and I think the little details are so fine. Even when it comes down to someone pushing, KD, the aura of KDB felt almost greater than the aura of Arteta. Bro.
You know what's mad? Yeah, I agree with you in it. Like in terms of this side of dark arts, yeah, you might have displayed it for the majority of this season, innit? But where I'm seeing, especially like against us, I think you man displayed it so well. I was surprised. Like you were hungry, you were up for it. Even down to Ramsdale's little shithouse at the end, there was none of that. What I mean? There was
not like how when you play it was. It's different.
I think that was partly to do with the man them got deflated, bro.
Man said, nah.
So I think the man them were deflated, G. After the 2 errors, yeah. Like, the man them thought this hard work because for the majority of the game we played them off the park. They weren't cutting us open. Besides the Grealish goal,
no, they weren't though.
They weren't cutting us open. They weren't. So the game plan was working. Like, it was working. But like you said, fine margins, bro. And City are experienced in this thing. They're not making these mistakes. And if these mistakes are caught at them, you better be clinical. And that's and I think they both come hand in hand. We weren't ruthless. And then if we're not ruthless, we didn't have the nasty side of the game to get us through not being ruthless. You know what I mean? We didn't have neither, and that's what cost us, bro. This
is what I'm saying in terms of like respect, bro. Like, I'm sorry, kids, I gotta out you for this one, bro. You sent in something at halftime, something about how I ain't seen. All jokes aside, I ain't seen City get dominated. I've never seen a Liverpool side dominate City like this. Rare tear. And this was at 1-1.
No, he never. I don't think it said a Liverpool side.
No, it did. That's exactly what it said. It was very cheap.
You look at Monty's face. You know it said Liverpool. I wasn't even there, and I know it said that. Look at his face. I know it said that. I know it said that. Look at this guy's face.
And you know why that's
such a troll, man?
Because you gotta beat them before you say that. You have to beat them, because playing well against City is one thing. Beating them is a whole different.
And that's exactly what.
Tottenham don't need to play well to beat City. They just have a game plan.
I was just showing you. Bro, I was just showing you the angle, innit? Like, we were dominating City in possession, and we were looking good, bro. I was just showing you. I wasn't trying to.
This is the next step, though. I dominated Madrid in the Champions League final last year. Dominated them from start to finish, and I lost 1-0. I lost 1-0. It's the same shit, bro. Yeah, it's the same shit. When's the last? Have any of you lot heard me talk about the Champions League final since we lost it?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think you bring it up. I don't think
we played better than Madrid in the final.
Yeah, you
did. Easily. Hampered them. All game. But what was the score? 1-0. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what? Who got man of the match? Casemiro. Who got the glove thing? Courtois. Amazing performance. In the performance of his life. You see, you think I'm here trying to at least we play. No, bro, no. In these games, Real Madrid know how to win. You think these men give a dash about the logistics of how they won? All I'm seeing is Vinny with pictures of the Champions League and Salah crying, fam. That's what it is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? The we played well allegations is the fourth. That's a top 4 thing. That's not a winner's thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. Still, you're right. But Mons, what the problem is with that is, I'll be honest. Like, it wasn't good enough yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. But again, the uproar that I'm receiving and like the things I'm like, I want to revert it back to what I saw yesterday as well on Terry's show with a gal and sorry, my brother, I don't know your name, and the other guy arguing. Like, for him to, and I agree with a guy, by the way, for him to call the players like pussies and
I agree with a guy. Yeah, I was on the guy side.
It's just there's blips. People have blips, bro. Again, I keep saying this. There's gonna be a time where you come across a blip. 3 or 4 games, no win, understandable. It's all about how you react, bro. And as it stands, we got Villa this week. If we lose to Villa, I understand. I understand where people coming from. I get that. But if we beat Villa, all of this talk, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
By the way, why is it after you play City and if you beat Villa, why not like?
No, because obviously, bro,
we're already human, bro.
At the end of the day, we was never gonna win every game. So I understand that we won. You can say all of that. You can say all of that, but no. You can say all of that.
Never gonna win every game.
It's just that no one wanted to hear it. You lot just didn't want to hear it because we won 16 out of 19.
We were never gonna win every game.
Bro, we weren't, bro. How can we do that? It's the Premier League, bro.
Do you know how low that is, brother?
Man said how low that is. You're being weird. But I'm being realistic.
It's a cop-out. It's a little bit of a cop-out. It's true. But it's a little bit of a cop-out. I don't think the overreaction is, for me, is coming from Arsenal fans, and it's not just like rival fans.
There's Arsenal fans as well.
But you would expect it. You would expect it from rival fans, though. Of course, rival fans are going to.
Rival fans are giving it because we give it out. But bro, when the own fans are saying, the players are washed,
that's too far.
Like, bro, I'm thinking. Look, Everton game, we lost to a set piece, bro. It happens, These type of games can happen, bro.
You're going for a Premier League.
You know what you don't need to remember.
At the end of the day, wait. At the end of the day, everyone's saying City's this unstoppable force. But before my game, they lost their last 3 away games. No one acted like wait. No one acted like they're in some complete turmoil and need like their players are pussies and then all the bro. The teams go through these things, bro. You can lose games, G. It's about how you lose games. Obviously, when it's consistent losses, like bare losses, then cool, it becomes a problem. But bro, we've lost to City, Everton, and Man United. All these teams, besides Everton, these teams are playing well, bro.
I think the frustration comes from people knowing, Arsenal fans knowing, if you win that game, how much that helps to go in the top. That's where the issue lies, in it.
That goes into what I was gonna say. You know what it is? You might have set a standard for the first half of the season. You lost to United, and you drew with Southampton. When on the fixtures reverse in the second half of the season, you've lost to Everton. Who was the second one?
They drawn to Brentford.
And now you lost to City. Your arch
and they drew to Newcastle as
well.
Bro,
you have to be accountable. Clearly, that's a soft mentality. That's a shrivel weak mentality.
Which do you know what it is as well, bro?
As a rival,
I don't think
you man are saying it happens.
I don't agree with that.
Because Casey, you man are saying it happens, whereas if it's Chelsea, Liverpool, City, it's you bottled it. That's different.
That's dead. Montel, I can't lie. The weak mentality chat, I can't quite hear that, bro. I can't.
No, you know why? I was hearing Arsenal fans say mentality monsters until next year.
If you dominated them off the pitch, the fact that it was individual mistakes makes it even more of a mentality thing. I don't think. Listen, the Arsenal players are. It's nothing to do with that. As I said, you guys are still in it. You guys have. There's many games to play for. You guys are there in it. Like, we're not saying you guys are falling off the cliff, bro. But 7 days ago, you were 8 points clear.
Yep. You still got a game in hand.
Now you're second, and you're talking to me about a game in hand. Well, when you didn't even need to beat City today. You needed a draw. If you actually went and beat either Everton or Brentford, then this loss doesn't hurt anywhere near as bad.
It's a different conversation. It's because it's a domino effect.
Especially this City game, bro. I can't lie. I'm not hearing mentality against Brentford. We got bumped, like clear as day, right?
No, man.
City. Fair enough. You can say mentality, but I'm heavily on the individual error side of things. Like, and they're
doesn't that equate to mentality though? Individual errors is your mentality.
See that people Taza, but people say mentality. It's because people got
they had individual errers, bro. Where they
did,
but you didn't capitalize on it. You didn't capitalize on it though.
Because I don't think we have the quality.
That's what I was gonna say, Casey.
I spoke about
that's what. No. The thing is with that one, I hear what Casey's saying on this, because I've been saying people had already crowned Arsenal champions. People were already talking like this title race was over, and I kept saying there's so much football to be played. There's no guarantee. People are acting like Arsenal can go and win every game. Same way City or not. Well, people were acting like it was over in January, and I don't know if it's because we're in February and people have forgotten that the World Cup happened and that we're not as far along as in the normal season. People are forgetting that. Like, Arsenal aren't out of the title race, but yesterday was a huge blow. And I kept saying it when people ask me, Arsenal go win the league title. I'm still saying no. I'm still like, you won. Yo, there's still so much football to be played. People are acting like Arsenal were just going to roll over City. But
this is what we're seeing as well. Seeing people on Twitter say, Arsenal better win. It's theirs to lose if they don't win. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm saying, bro, we've got a whole half of a season left and we're tied on points. with a game in hand.
But you know what that is?
Why are we favourites?
You know why that is? That's because of not like fans like you, but when you get Arsenal fans who are then talking up the things, talking about it's our time to lose.
Have you not been watching Big Six Pants, brother? These are the fans.
Are they the fans?
Bro, I'm not hearing.
They are here.
I'm not hearing the quality issue because when you won 16 out of 19, that wasn't a quality issue. That was Saka's the best right winger in the world.
No,
Martinelli's the best left winger in the world. And Kenji is the second best striker, best backup striker. Odegaard's the best player in the Premier League. Where's the quality issue gone now?
Odegaard's still quality. Let's not get this. Is what I'm saying. These players are still quality, fam.
Cool. Let's run through the tick list. Let's run through the tick list, okay, Casey. Why don't we just run through the tick list? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's run through the tick list. Yeah. Odegaard has been the best player in the Prem, even though he's been bad for the last 3 games. Let's just get that. Let's get that one out there. Yeah. We're not going to say ADB. He has been the best player in the Prem. Let's be real on a consistency basis. You don't win 16 out of 19 games, and just because you have a bad blip, you're not one of the best players in the Prem. I'm talking like this season, innit? Not
just better than talking this season. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason people are saying it's a mentality thing is because. And even look, let me go to one of the comments. It says no one was talking mentality when we were slapping teams. We did the same thing for top 4 last season. That's a mentality thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It is, bro.
But when people say it's mentality, like I hear that, but that also ties into skill. I just don't think this team is as good as people made out. Yes, they've been on a great run of form, but I don't think this team is as good as people make out.
Thank you.
That's just my personal opinion. That's just me.
Did anyone think, let's be real, Nketiah will score at best more than 10 goals this season? At best.
But on limited game time, wait, how many goals is he on? 7, 8? He's putting it through. He started like 4 games.
I want to know why Ethan's chatting shit as well. Right? Ethan, where are you?
Ethan popped up. I was like, no, honest, these are the fans.
Ethan just popped up.
By the way, everyone, there's 80 people in the house. Can you guys smash the like button, by the way? Smash that like button, like ASAP, and subscribe if you're new as well. Flawless, I know you haven't got too much longer. Can you say... Go on. You got to do it straight away.
No. Go on. What do you want me to say? Go on.
I was going to say, if you wanted to just say your piece briefly on the Arsenal thing, just briefly.
It didn't surprise me, like in terms of where we're at now and just the change. Like I say, certain Arsenal fans have been talking up the things. Then we all seen what Flex posted when Cecil had the top on, the t-shirt with the league on it. Yo, that was like November. I think it was November times. Like there's still a long way to go. There's a lot of football that has been played. And if you go back and look at previous years in terms of Premier League title races, we've seen teams get caught. I've seen better Arsenal sides fail to get over the hurdle. I've seen much better Arsenal sides fail to get over the hurdle. I've seen quality Manchester United sides also get caught. I've seen Chelsea sides do the same. So the way everyone was talking about like it was over, it's like, no, and go look at the team. Arteta's doing a fantastic job, but he's still new. People forget that. What's this, his 4th, 5th season? You know what I'm saying? Like in football management overall, he's still learning on the job. And then there is a lot of young players when you add in the fact that there's so many youngsters there. I'm saying, and there isn't really too many players in there that have been there and done it. Yeah, go on, fam.
You're spitting the real. They don't want to hear this. If it's coming from your mouth, so they're hearing it. I swear, if I replace your voice with my face, they're not hearing it, bro. They're not hearing it.
You know why? Because they've seen you be confident talking about your club. So because they've seen you be confident talking about your club, and rivals don't want to see fans happy. You know what I'm saying? And smiling at you waxing Liverpool here. I know you've been talking the most there, winning 16 and 19. That's why Ethan's on your case. He's been waiting for this. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. You've been waiting.
I've had to wait
as the comments is
4 months.
I've been itching, but man's been waiting. So
my thing is that flawless, like Casey and Kiz cannot pull the innocent card on the it happens, and then we can have a tactical chat. You guys are top dogs. Like it or not, you're top dogs, bro.
Now you're being judged.
The scrutiny is gonna get worse, bro. If anything, it's gonna get worse. Watch the next time you lot drop points. You think this one's bad? Watch the next time you lot drop points. Do you know what I'm saying? But the good thing is though, when you continue,
it's all good, yo. Big up to all you, man. Everyone hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. That month, big up, yeah. Love to all you, man. Every time,
brother, yeah. Bless up, bro. What's gonna be more? what's going to be more, you know, kind of what's going to be more crazy is that
so cheeky.
Is that
so cheeky.
You know what I'm saying?
Man paused as well.
Top of
Man.
the leg. It guys.
Literally paused that.
Can't chat to you on top of the leg.
Because remember, we see what you guys are like every day. You know what I'm saying? So you know this cooking was coming. You knew what this is going to be like. And there's a reason why Arsenal, you know, once upon a time, I would have been fine if Arsenal win the league because City in the free-peat is a bit nuts. Like a free-peat, when you take it in, is a bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? However, when you've got man like Cecil printing off the Premier League table and slapping it on his shirt.
What we're not going to do is
For
talk about
reasons
Cecil
like that
and try to
alone,
use
I
that.
can't personally have Arsenal. I didn't say that was you. For reasons alone, I can't have Arsenal winning the league for reasons like that. I've never seen anyone print off the league table on match day 14. Or match day 14.
That's so cheeky. It's so
match day 14.
Yeah, it's shameless. But I have said that we are a shameless fan base. I'm not denying that. I'm denying that. And it puts us.
And I know you man don't claim. I'm not saying you man claim that. You know what I'm saying? I know you man don't claim. I'm not saying you claim it.
But that's why I'm on Ethan. Ethan, I can't forget what you said before about me and Casey. We're the fans that you man are talking about, bro. Me and Casey are not like that. Like we don't.
And you know it.
We get confident about our club and we praise our club a lot, but we're very level-headed. We don't scream title this, title that. Oh, we're gonna win this, we're gonna win that.
Anyway,
no one does that.
Do you think shutting up a rival fan who has actually won the Prem in recent years just because you're above them is humble?
What?
Wait, say that again.
So Montel won a Prem 3 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
And you man haven't won a Prem in 19 years. And do you think when you're on top of the league and he's wherever he is, do you think you get to turn around and tell him to shut up? Is that humble behavior?
Why not?
Because that's very disrespectful. He's won a Prem in recent years.
Yeah, and I respect that he's won a Prem, but I've won 3.
So why the hell do you talk to me and you've never won a Prem?
He's won a Champions League. Bro, hey, listen, not me. I'm not talking about me.
This is what I'm saying. Even by your logic, you should be on you.
I heard you man tell me that you're humble, innit? Honestly,
who's humble? Even that one actually went over my head. Who's humble?
No one said anybody's humble. No one said that.
I just said you were humble.
I just said I was level. I just said level-headed.
You said level-headed.
Level-headed.
Well,
yes.
Casey, kids, you know people watch this channel religiously.
Oh, Montel, I know. So Mataza's always here. Big up Mataza 10 times, man. I always see you. But listen, Mataza, you can vouch. We're not what you see on Twitter. Be real. We're not like
you're not as bad as them.
Mataza, maybe I'm deluded. I'm wearing my Spurs badge.
No.
Just tell me, give me the real. What do you see?
They're not as bad as the Arsenal fans on Twitter, for sure. I'll give you that for sure. But you're still bad, you know. Just because you're the lesser evil, don't mean you're evil. You're still evil, my brother. You're still evil. Nah. You guys are. We're not letting you get away with this.
Whenever someone says something, you man are just quick to just shut up. You're not on my level, kind of thing. It's smug. And yes, as I said, you've had the chat to back it up this season, but you man have talked down to so many man this season as if to say you've been where you have been for the last 5 years when you've only been here for 6 months.
And by the way, I'm not gonna lie, I've turned around and said you man better win the title, and that's only because when I go to attempt to talk to you after a loss or like a bad result, you man say I'm top of the league. So where you're saying you're top of the league and you keep saying I'm top of the league, I expect end of the season you to be top of the league, right? Is that fair?
Not necessarily.
Because when I did that in November, when I had Mourinho and I was top of the league and I was saying I'm top of the league, man, them still quote me about that till this day because I didn't win the Prem. So when the energy's
also objective,
I'm gonna say you better win the league.
And if you're there by January, I would say like fair enough. You can be top of the league October, November, them times there because table's all a bit mushy around them times, isn't it? But if you're top of the league come January or February,
I need you to be top of the league.
Montel, in a normal season, February in a normal season, yes.
Even March.
I said a normal season.
But I can't have man turn around and then say, Well, the aim was to be top.
But we can be top of the table come March.
Yeah, you can be. But whenever something goes wrong, it's always. I mean, we can't always win. Do you know what I'm saying? When you go from 8 points clear, when you go from 8 points clear, 8 points clear to then be in second, yes, with a game in hand within 7 days, that is bottle.
Yeah, that's bottle job. That's bottle job behavior.
But for any team, is getting called a bottle job.
It's bottle job. It's bottle job for all of you lot. You're ready, especially a Liverpool and not so much a Man United, but Liverpool City, especially. If you're ready, you lot have got ready-made teams. You lot have got a team. You lot know your team. So yes, it'll be bottling for you. We're still finding our feet. Bro, everyone said game week 15, 16,
no.
Wait, let me finish. Arsenal punching above their weight. This is it. Like, you know what I mean? And now everyone's saying we're bottling. Look, we're a young side, yeah? We're going to have these inconsistencies. We're going to have...
There is a new hashtag trending on Twitter. I just started it. It's called hashtag glug, 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 glig. It is the noise of the bottle being drunk that has been done by you boys once again. It happened in May. It happens in Feb. I'm just coming in like causing
welcome to the studio.
That is the bottle. That's the sound of the bottle.
Hey, comments, run it up. LC and Liz. Glug, 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 glug.
By the way, let me run the super chat. Big up Ed with the £5 super chat, bro. Big up my brother. He says it's a humbler. Clarteta in a spliff in capital letters. Gabriel Union, Tomiyasu, Binchenko, Martinelli, or just Martin because he's lost his Brazilian flavor at the moment. Saliba finally won a duel when it led to a City goal. Spliff. Wait, that is a super chat and a half. He's taking the piss. But he's
what I'm saying.
That is so cheeky, but I love it. I'm here for it, but that is fucking cheeky. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, FB says KD be a little bro Arteta and Arsenal went and Arsenal differently. Bro, he was walking off when he got subbed off, dodging bottles like this and catching them with his foot. Aura, bro. When I saw that, I was
I hear that. He's mad. He relished the moment. He played hard. And then he got in the man's head. I get it. He done a walkout on the stretcher, bro. He done a walkout.
Yeah. That's the mentality of a winner.
A little bit of that. A little bit of that.
That's what. Let me hit some of the comments because man are dying at Tomiyasu. That's quite funny. I'm about to take that one.
That's killing me.
Killing me. Wait, that is killing me. Big up Triple P now. Says game in hand. Hype. Dennis the Great says your title's in trouble. It catches in the room and don't kill me. Big up United Spurs of America says big up to
it. Might be that might be the remix still.
Big up Marcel, big up Montsbro General. Appreciate you, my brother. Big up Roms as well. He says smash the like. Big up my brother Rebel. That's gang. Casey is not level-headed. Don't piss me off. Yeah, the fans are bro. You like to say all this stuff. The fans watch you lot week in, week out, multiple times. You think that you can fool the chat? Impossible. Peter Griffin says, Monts, imagine this is our worst season under Klopp and Arsenal's best season under Arteta. We could win a trophy, UCL, and Arsenal could end up with none. Peter Griffin.
We could win a Prem.
You know what? Montel, he's sticking to comedy. Big up Peter Griff. With the comedy and that.
I think Arsenal have a good opportunity to win that Europa League. And the Premier League is still there in it. So we'll see further down the line. I think early to say that, innit? I don't think we're winning no UCL. Listen, never cut Liverpool out of the UCL because Liverpool, but I wouldn't put myself anywhere near any of those at the moment. Sally says, why can't we be happy? No, there's happy and there's printing out the league table on your top. Right? There's happy and doing what Kiers and Casey have done to us for 23 game weeks. Do you know what I'm saying?
What are you saying? What are you saying? Dig a D snap.
Bro,
that one cut deep.
Saeed says Mont's better cook troops though. Fam. When I get hold of troops, Cassie,
I like this.
Because I told him. In fact, I might just should I get the short up for you lot to just see? You lot just want to see the short. You lot just want to see it because Troops was running his gun on Never a Foul. It was me, myself. It was Scorcher. It was Daps.
Oh,
it
this
was
is you versus Troops. I've seen that. I've seen this one. I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. And this is big up Never a Foul. Make sure you guys subscribe to Never a Foul. I'll run it. Actually, how many likes are we on? First of all, how many likes are we on before I play this? How many likes are we on, people? Right now, we are on 47. We have 90 people in the house and 47 likes. If we get to 60 likes, I'll run the clip of me and Troops. I'll run the clip of us not shouting at each other. So you don't know what to do. Smash the like button, people. 60 likes and I'll run that. Or 60 likes is too kind, and we're already on 51. I should say that's 75 or something, isn't it? Was that too kind, man? Then?
Yeah, that was way too.
Yes,
I didn't want to say that, but that's
a bit too low, isn't it? Yeah, 75 likes. Sorry, 75 likes.
That's mad cheat. Yeah,
I lost my way.
Yeah,
Sorry, I lost my way. 75 likes.
And you're giving away comedy gold, fam. Comedy gold.
Yeah, comedy gold for we're not gonna do that. But yeah, no, it's a thing where man them were verbaling, and a lot of Arsenal fans, maybe not you lot. I think you lot a bit more apprehensive. Chips was a little bit apprehensive before the game. Man was saying we are beating City. It's the Emirates, and to be fair, the Emirates has been a mad fortress this season. It really has.
That's our first loss.
It's our first loss to the Emirates this season. That is impressive. It's very, and that's where me and Ethan are saying this is the standard you've set. And yes, your team is young. Yes, your team's gonna have inconsistencies, but things change and objectives change when you find yourself in a certain position. When you have the opportunity,
it hurts because we played so well, and we just. That's why I think it hurts more, because it wasn't a usual City battering.
By the way,
they dominated us.
It weren't the training session you make. They
even the scoreline. The scoreline does not.
Because even last game,
by the way, Case,
that's what. But I was just about to say that. The last game, I said this is like a copy of the exact same thing I said. The scoreline doesn't reflect how the game was played. You know what I mean? But that just, it's mad.
Why would you say you played well, by the way?
Because, bro, for the large parts of the game, we stopped City from playing their game, right? They had to resort to a little more defensive than they would like, and they tried to use Haaland's pace and power, and it worked a few times, but for the most part, we had that under control, and they couldn't really create. They didn't have many,
I disagree with you, fam. Because, bro, City are never gonna dominate the ball against you, man. At your stadium, it's not like
they usually.
What
do you mean?
Not?
What do you mean they usually do, bro? They've done it before.
They went there with.
You said
they went there with three at the back. Bernardo Silva playing left back.
No. You said,
no. No, forget that. Forget that. Man City,
I'm deep in it.
You can't
play well.
No, don't. You cannot. Didn't think City weren't gonna dominate the ball, bro.
Casey.
Let's not
dominate possession.
Anyway, forget that. Forget that.
But that's what Man City done to you is what United done to City, where United, you say City had more of the ball, but United had the clearer opportunities.
Yeah, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, getting more of the ball doesn't mean you played well. That's just possession.
I've been trying to get this from people's
Clearer
heads,
opportunities.
Kids, I promise you.
Clearer opportunities, Montel's up for discussion. I feel like we gave them their opportunities. We really did. Like,
therefore, you didn't play well. 1 second. Therefore, you didn't play well because this season you man have been minimal errors. Yeah, you played with confidence. Saliba's been hard. Gabriel's been hard. Ben White's been hard. The midfield's been hard. Everyone's been well, but you looked shaky, bro. You didn't play well. I don't think you played well.
I think we did. I think we did for the most. Bro, forget that at home thing. I'm playing one of the arguably the best team in the world, bro. People like to throw City in there as the best team in the world. You can say that. Look, everyone can laugh, but people like to say that. You're doing that. Just last season.
What clear-cut chances did you create, though?
People were saying my point is, yes, it's a big loss. Yes, we should have won, and it could be, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you look at the bigger picture, bro, I didn't play bad. I had chances on another day. If I had a better striker, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
But what clear-cut chances did you create, though, apart from the header from 6 yards out?
Eddie and Ketchers, both his headers, both of them.
Eddie had two alone.
you can say the one that fell to Xhaka should have done better.
No,
like
that's not a clear-cut chance, though. That's edge of the box.
I'll give you the two Eddie ones, though. 100%.
There was one more. There was one more.
There was one with Saka.
No, Tomiyasu crossed into the box. We should have done better. Like these chances.
By the way,
like,
let's say it's like 3. Yeah, City had the penalty shout. City had the Haaland.
That penalty shot was soft. It would have been a free kick anyway.
Off the line. Ake.
Off the line. Yep.
They hit the bar. They hit the bar.
They hit the bar. Yo, this is what I'm saying. City played well. They went there, an informed Arsenal team, top of the Prem. It's kind of hostile vibe, and I'll be real. And they created big chances, bro. All right, you are always going to have the ball.
No, but City will create big chances anyway. They've created big chances at everyone's stadium. So
not really at Tottenham. Didn't really do much at Tottenham, to be honest. You know?
And that's okay.
Listen, beating City at home ain't for everybody.
It
ain't. It really ain't. It really ain't.
It's just the rule.
So shameless.
Before we do move on a little piece, Sean, obviously, I know.
Hi.
I know you've been waiting to get hold of a few Arsenal fans. By the way, guys, big up and make sure you subscribe to Spurs Talks. Is it Spurs Talks Football? Spurs Talk.
Spurs Shit Show. Spurs Talk Show. Sometimes it's
Shit Show.
Spurs.
Did you say Spurs Show? Did you say?
Sometimes it's Spurs Shit Show. Yeah.
Sorry,
Today
bro.
it's Spurs Talk Show is the actual name of the channel. Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to that. Seriously, you're gonna get content pretty much every day. You don't miss in it. You don't miss. So make sure you do subscribe to Sean in this channel. Sean, obviously, I know you wanted to get hold of these, man. Is there anything you wanted to say? Just obviously, apart from the bottle job, like you're just quick takes on the game. Like, how are you feeling, bro?
Which game? The Man City game? The Man City Arsenal game? Honestly, I'm not even entirely sure why I jumped into the channel. I wanted to come in just to be a part of it because I think there was some roasting that was going on. I'm just delighted. I'm delighted. Tottenham are going through a tough season. And, you know, when Tottenham are having a tough time, I think that a lot of Tottenham's fans are divided right now. And it's because, in no small part, people are worried that Arsenal are going to win the league. And me, myself, I've been a Tottenham fan since, for 30 I guess nearly 40 years. And I've never really focused on other teams too much. But last night I was wearing the sky blue. I was so passionate. I've never had that that feeling, that vibe that I was so involved and so engaged in the game. And I was pumped. I was fisting. I was not fisting. That sounds weird. I was pumping my fist in the air. And so I just wanted to come on to, I don't know how many of you guys are Arsenal fans, but I just wanted to say, thank you for making my Monday. No, what day is it today? It's Thursday. Thank you for making my Wednesday bless, because I think you're on the start of the bottle job. And I was talking to your man, Igal, who represents you. I was on One Touch TV last Monday with, I don't know if you guys know those boys, like Kunle and Igal. Yeah. And there was all sorts of predictions being put out there by Igal. He was making these statements about, he goes, I guarantee we're going to beat Brentford. I guarantee we're going to beat Chelsea. I guarantee we're going to beat Manchester City. I guarantee we're going to win the league. Clip this, put it out on Twitter, put it out on this, put it out on that. And I did that. I obliged. Last night, I put it out on my Twitter, and it was a beautiful thing to see. And I just felt like I wanted to come on and say to any of you that are Arsenal fans, thank you for making my midweek a little bit nicer, because I feel a little bit less bad about how bad Tottenham are right now, because you guys are on the start of a bottle job.
We're going to touch on that real soon. So that's even that. Don't worry.
But you are. But are you guys, do you are you worried it's going to be the biggest bottle job? Last season was a really bad bottle job, but this season's going to be the biggest bottle job of all time. Because you didn't even have any competition. Man City are going through their their own little internal nightmare. They're worried about getting banished to Division 2, and there ain't nobody else, and yet you still bottle it. And I'm like, how can you bottle it in a league of one? It was almost as bad as when Tottenham. That was what they say about Tottenham when we lost. It was a 2-horse race and we came third. This is a 1-horse race, and you might come third as well. I don't know what's going on. How are you not terrified of the outcomes? I can't wait, boys.
1-horse race. I've heard it all. This is what I was saying.
Yep.
It's not a 1-horse race.
How is it a 1-horse race?
And the way Gunali was chatting, he's lucky I ain't found him yet.
He's hiding. He's hiding.
Him.
That Lee Guna's
I'm
hiding.
the last person he wants to see, fam.
No, I'm up there with you, bro. I'm up there with you because he made a lot of big deal promises.
Yeah, someone find Guna Lee for me. Someone check up on Guna Lee for me. Check up on Khalid. Check up on Khalid. I ain't seen that in a minute. Huh? What you say?
Do you now remember that stat where no team has fumbled the league from being from a certain position?
Yeah.
No, one team has.
No.
Who was that?
One team. Well, I think one team. I think it
was
was
Liverpool. But that's because they got Centurions, innit? I think City just got bare more points.
Big up Cow in the room as well, man. Oh, you got Guna Lee. Cow, let me know where to find. Let me know. Give me the GPS. Give me the GPS because I need him. Give me the GPS. Give me the Dragon Ball radar for the 7 Dragon Balls. I wish him here. I need him here. You know what I'm saying? Find Guna Lee for me. You know what I'm saying? But listen,
seriously though. So who in this room is an Arsenal fan? Raise your hand if you're an Arsenal fan.
That was Casey and Kids.
There's two.
Put your hands up, please. Hands up, please.
It's tough times. It's tough times. You come in second or maybe even third. You may even come third in a one-horse race.
Do you know what? Yeah, is it? Let me ask you this: Is it a thing with all Spurs fans to like have maybe a 10 to 15% support for City also? Like, because I've seen a lot of Spurs fans are supporting City on their downtime, and I'm not sure if it's like a Spurs fan base thing or like what is it? Maybe you can shed some light.
We're linked, innit? We're just linked.
Linked how? Like, where's the link?
You see how everyone's got like their non-league team or like their
everyone's got their distractions. For me, it's just like anyone but Arsenal, anyone but Chelsea, anyone but Liverpool, anyone but United. Who's left that's actually going to be a natural replacement? It's going to be City, so I'm cool with that.
By the way,
cool with that.
Heisenberg is 75 likes, not 60 likes for me to run the clip. It's 75. We are on like 63. So people, make sure you're smashing the like button and make sure you also subscribe to Spurs Talks, the Spurs Talk show as well. Martazo as well in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Flawless's channel in Sarcasm City TV. Listen, people, one other thing in the game I wanted to talk about was Martinelli. Or as I like to call him, Martin.
Once you're reaching,
I call him Martin.
He lost the Ellie, didn't he?
Yeah, he's lost the Ellie. He's been bumming off. He's been bumming it off for like a good 5, 6, 7. He's been bumming it off. And Trossard, we've been saying maybe Trossard, I think, should have started a few games ago. Like, I think you want to keep on giving Martinelli the go and maybe probably give him one game when Jesus is back to try and get it back. But like, he's been bumming it out, bro.
He hasn't been his best.
No, he's been bumming it, bro. No, he's been bumming it.
No, I just don't feel like he's getting the same spaces. He's not getting the same link up and spaces he was before, bro. Like, his game heavily relies on Jesus.
Then he's not good. Then he's not that good. Then he can't be that good. He can't be that
good.
You're right. He's not as good as everyone thought he was, but he has time to develop that. So I'm not too worried. I'm just thinking that you're right. I agree that he needs to be dropped, and I think Trossard needs to start. But it's not like a permanent thing. I just feel like he hasn't quite been able to create, bro. When he gets put like 2 defenders on him, like, it's different because Saka can actually. I've seen Saka wriggle through and manage to create a chance, maybe have a snapshot or something. It's Martinelli's not doing that. I'm not seeing shots from him. I'm not seeing him beat his man now, and he's not creating as much. It's just like when the ball gets out to him, it's kind of like he doesn't quite know what he wants to do with it. Like, it's not second nature at the moment. Whereas when Jesus was there, bro, he was just doing things like, bro, he's beating his man, taking it on the byline. Like, he was just doing things, bro, and it's just not clicking right now with Nketiah, I think, and the left back as well. It's not working. I don't know.
I thought, if I'm honest, bro, like, I know people are saying maybe Jesus has to come back. Maybe people are saying Tierney needs to overlap him and all these things. But Arteta's system is the left back coming in and linking up the play in midfield. That is part of system, and then obviously it kind of becomes a little bit of a back three where Zinchenko tucks in, Ben White kind of holds off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But if that's going to keep happening, Martinelli's going to keep suffering. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
he can't just be if Jesus is there, if Jesus is there, if Jesus is there, if Jesus is there. He's not going to play Jesus his whole life.
I know Montel, but he needs a striker.
What do you mean? I said anything wrong.
No. Well played, bro. You know what you done, and I respect it. What you done is you made Casey fall for the bait, and I respect it because what you done is, bro, you've repeated the exact same question as you did for the roundup last week, and we've explained to you the reasons, bro. We've explained to you what's the problem and what's looking forward and what's about to happen.
It's getting worse.
He's not getting worse.
Like, you've got the rash on your arm and you're scratching it. It's getting worse.
How's he getting worse?
I'm not
out case any worse than he was last game.
I'm not entertaining this. I'll be real.
He's becoming more and more ineffective. At least in the games where we were saying he was bad, even at the Everton game, he was getting more of the ball, but not doing anything with it. He barely even saw the ball.
No, Montel, I think that's just a bit unfair.
It's not unfair.
It's not unfair. It's not unfair.
See, you can't call someone, one of the most informed wingers, but then without Jesus, he's just, like Anthony Gordon or Damari Gray. Like, you can't do that.
I actually
said Anthony Gordon.
So what's the difference? What's the difference, right? Because if this player is so dependable on this guy, then maybe he's just not that good. Like, he can't come in and link with, the midfielders like Saka does. He can't beat a man. He just head down and, running like a headless chicken. Like what is he doing? He's just a waste.
Also, guys, can I pause you guys? There's breaking news that everyone's saying in the chat. By the way, big up Andy for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, Andy, my bro. I'll see you in the group chat. Obviously, Casey and Kears, if United finish ahead of you, popcorn sign. We'll get to that in a second. Also, Qatari former Prime Minister, the Royals have bidded 5 million. Or it's an opening bid of 5 million for Manchester United.
5 million.
Yeah,
they got like because Manchester United is a stock exchange listed company. Anyone that wants to buy them, they have to have their opening bids or their expressions of interest formally in by the end of February, right? So
no, it's by tomorrow night.
Oh, is it by tomorrow night?
Deadline. Tomorrow night's the deadline.
And is the Qatar group the first and only one thus far that have put something in?
It's
him. It's him. It's a Saudi Arabian group, and it's Radcliffe.
There's already been 3 bids been put in, has there?
It's
so
yeah. Well, I heard it was 2 so far. It was the 2. I don't know. If
the Saudi was like gonna by tomorrow.
Saudi's not confirmed yet. Okay.
Not yet. Yes.
Corey big up. Corey says they didn't want to see this. I mean, they can fix the leaky roof now. That's one.
Can I ask Charles a question, please?
Go ahead.
Exactly.
You have to ask me to ask him a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you. So I'm very intrigued to hear this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with this £5 million bid, now let's say these Qatar man do actually. It goes through. Everything goes well through. Yep. Can I ask what that changes about your club?
Mm-hmm. So it changes them actually bringing in footballing people, not bankers running transfers and actual things. If we had actual footballing people, bidding and doing your transfers, we wouldn't have bid 85 million for Harry Maguire or 50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka or spend, or wait till the legit last day of the transfer window to spend 95 million on Anthony when we could have had him for 50 to 40 early in the transfer window. And, we didn't have to wait, late in the window to get Lisandro Martinez when we could have gotten him for 30 to 40 million. And also, when you see that, when we lost to Brentford, they weren't going to spend anymore. They were waiting for Frankie de Jong, who already said no to them, but they were persisting for no reason. So then we had to protest, as you saw at the Liverpool game and everything. We had to protest, and literally bully them into buying Casemiro and Anthony. They don't, and they don't want to spend anything. And our infrastructure is horrible. Our women's team don't even have a ground. They pee and shit in the freaking leaves outside in the trees. So all the infrastructure around the club, the training ground, the leaky roofs, the rats, along with Bruno Fernandes, all of them, it's all gonna get fixed.
The one thing I'd say for me, so basically what you're saying is it's not
That's a good answer.
it's a good answer. It's not more money. It's probably a little bit more money, but because you guys spend excessively anyway, it's a better form of spending the money.
Exactly, it's smarter spending. Yep,
it's smarter spending rather than them. Because you and United have spent the same. Sorry, you and City have spent the same, and City have gone and got 5 Prems.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
And the latter none. So it's like you're able to then almost be as smart and be as well run. Another thing I'd say is that the leaky roof thing's a joke, even though you do have the leaky roof. Another thing is about the spending is, again, you said the people who you've got in as like the sporting directors or the people above who actually want to run the club, not so much as a business. Does this change everything for Man United, or is it just maybe just a transfer structure? Because a lot of people are confused and think this is more spending. I don't think it's that much.
It's a bit of both, to be honest, because in what, as you're seeing with Chelsea, the FFP rules is that when you get taken over, the first 3 years they don't really apply to you, so you can just go ham the first 3 years. You know,
they're changing that. They're changing all that. They're changing. You see the loopholes that Chelsea discovered.
No, it's not even the contract thing. I'm just talking about spending in general. Because United are self-sustainable. Even if we got anyone, even if I ran the club,
your debt, because you guys are in debt, right? So
exactly, that's the problem. So you know how overdrafting works in banking. I don't know if you guys know about that. Like if you spend, if a transaction goes into your account more than what you have, you spend an overdraft. So for the past 3 years, United have been using an overdraft to fund their transfers. We don't even have money. There's like 5 million in the account, so they're broke. So that's why they're selling them now. When people are like, oh, why are they selling now? That's why. They don't have
I'm not sure it's just that. I think that the cash cow...
more to milk. Yeah, they're cashing out, and we're on the up right now. It's never, and they want out, blah blah blah. Their kids are getting bullied. For
I think it's more. I think it's like I think it's a little bit more to it than that. I think that
for sure. The
cash cow that has been taking dividends out of football when you've got all that leveraged debt on your club. It works well in a sensitive interest rate market. I've been an investment banker for 10 years, and I talk about this stuff with Tottenham fans on my channel all the time because we're maybe getting bought out at the moment. But I think that the reason why FSG want out, the reason why Liverpool, why the Glazers want out, is because the cash cow is drying up a little bit when you're on leveraged debt. Exactly. So it's time for them to walk away and move on to the next guy, leave some for the next sucker. But I don't know whether or not you're going to get 5 billion. I don't know. And if you get 5 billion, Chelsea, the Bowley paid depending on where you look, on what you read, somewhere between 3.5 and 4 for Chelsea. All right. I don't know how the valuation, because there's a million different ways you can value a company like a football club. You can value it on what's called price earnings ratio. You can value it on brand. You can value it on assets. You can value it on depreciation. There's a million different ways you can value a club like a football club like Manchester United. But I don't know. Do the Glazers want more than 5 billion? Have they expressed an asking price?
I think it was. I heard 6.
Yeah, it was between. It was between
similar
5
to
and
us.
6.
Ours is like we're worth like 3.5. We had a bid recently. We're gonna get a bid.
Yeah.
Because we're not for sale, they're saying to actually get him out, Levy and Enoch and all these other nonsense guys, you're looking at like 5 billion.
And remember that they're gonna the owners themselves are gonna be very sturdy with it as well, especially if Levy's not willing to sell. Even with FSG, there was talks of obviously the Qatari takeover with Liverpool, but FSG are very sturdy in that. Actually, I think the news come out the other day that they're not willing to sell for a certain price.
How much of do you know how much debt there is on the FSG Liverpool books?
I'm not sure. I don't think we're in any debt. Much debt.
You don't owe any money at all.
When they come to that,
there's probably. I don't know the figures. I'm not going to sit here and say I know the figures, but Liverpool have been run very well financially, especially of how much we made in the quad winning season. We made about. I think we made it was the third amount out of all the teams, and I think we're pretty good. And I think that's why FSG are so reluctant. They're so reluctant, and they only want to sell a minority stake, and have, I think it was a 2 million asking, 2 billion. It was, I think the figure we're given was 2 billion, and that was almost to make a minority a majority. I think I'm right there. It's I can't go into like I know
it's
it.
Minority stake. Yeah, it's a minority stake for $2 billion.
But once you invest a certain amount, it becomes a majority stake. That's what it becomes.
Yep.
And again, I probably have to read up on it some more because I read this the other day and I just had to.
It's fascinating, man. There's so much change that's happening, and people that are like just pure football fans. Like I know that a lot of people, like I get told all the time, like Sean, you're boring me with the, because I go into the finances of Tottenham all the time, and people go, you're boring. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? Like one hand washes the other. Like you don't have a football club without the financial side of it, and you don't have a finance without the football side of it. So it's to me, it's fascinating. I can't wait to see what happens with United. Are you the man at the top in the middle? I don't know your name. Sorry, bro. You're a Man United fan, are you?
100%.
And you want Glazers gone, and you want one of these.
I want him gone yesterday. 100%.
You want the Qataris?
Yeah, for sure. I want the Qataris. I just want new owners, man. Just that.
Would you be happy to have new versions of the Glazers if it meant like more private equity, like more Americans to come in with none of that stuff? You want just
the Glazers are doing this. The Glazers are doing this to make money. The Qataris, the people that are bidding for us, their net worth is between 330 to 400 billion. They're not trying to buy United to make money. It was rumored that the guy that was doing it, the Emir, he was the head, the head of the Qataris. He's a United fan, and his like sibling or whatever that own they own PSG. So they're trying to, they're all very competitive with each other. So they're trying to one up each other. So and there's a big interest in the Premier League. Like the Qatari owners that own PSG also said that, like, apart from like the big three, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, they don't even give a shit about League. Like they're interested in the Premier League, and it's obviously because the Premier League.
You want new owners, but you don't want different owners, but that are based on the same style of ownership as the
you want someone have the same values.
You want sugar daddy. You want a sugar daddy to come in.
Yes, sir. I want the oil money, man. I need.
City getting that investigation, so be careful what you wish for. You know what I'm saying?
City don't have any fans. When these guys say that they make more money than Real Madrid, Liverpool, and United,
it's lying.
They don't have any fans. United can say that because we're arguably one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. So us putting out that stuff makes sense. Us spending all that money makes sense.
What I was gonna say, brother, is that I keep hearing you, man, saying you want to be sold, which is fair enough. I want to be sold as well, innit? But what you don't want to end up is like an Everton situation where you got owners who don't know nothing about ball, and they come and bring in recruit. They have no talent ID, no ID whatsoever. They bring in any old manager, chopping and changing. It's just a mess, innit? Like you man's owners are dead, but they still spend money. They still recruit top quality, top shelf, whether it's head of recruitment or scouting or manager. It's always top shelf.
I don't know what changes with United under a new owner. Like it's not. I can't remember ever hearing someone say Manchester United are not going to go for that player because they can't afford him. Has any of you ever heard anybody ever say that Man United can't afford a player?
No, only because I believe that this comment here, Sean, said the Glazers have to sell. That's why people don't understand. They owe 300 million in transfer debt alone, 154 million due to this coming window. So that's 500 million in debt, and I think there's other expenses as well. That's just transfer.
Yeah. We're $1 billion in debt.
Yeah, I think it scales up to about $1 billion. And obviously, that's without the facilities needed, the new facilities as well.
So there's something called player trading liabilities, right? So if you buy a player like Anthony, for example, costs 100 million quid, right? Just for argument's sake, call it a round number. Like Man United would not have paid 100 million quid up front to Ajax. They would have gone however long the contract is. Let's call it 5 years. They'll structure it over like 20 million a year over 5 years, just for argument's sake.
I know. Yeah.
All of those players that every club buys, you never pay the money up front unless it's a minimum fee release clause. And so most clubs, like Tottenham, I think have got 250 million quid in long-term player trading liabilities as well. So it's not like, it sounds like a big deal, but it's not really a big deal. It just depends on how many years they've got to pay it off.
And United, I think their sales, your shirt sales alone, and the money you make just through general revenue.
Because fans don't buy shirt sales because it funds the Glazers. And the other thing is we don't have any more money to spend. So in 2019, the financial reports came out that United had 500 million in the bank account, and they just started spending like crazy. You know, they gave 80 million straight up for Maguire, which from Leicester made their facility and whatnot. Right now, it came out that last year they only had around 25 million left. So going forward, and banks don't want to lend them any more money
because the interest rates.
Forward,
okay.
So the Glazers, they don't have any money to spend. That's the thing. That's why they're trying to get it done.
Yeah,
before
that's interesting.
The deadline to sell the club and take over. Mike Keegan, the guy who originally broke it, came out with it. It says within 6 weeks we could see United changing hands. That's the thing.
I see, bro. I'll be honest as well. I think because I'm looking. I've seen a lot of Ethan. You've said a lot of the Tottenham stuff and the interest in buying Tottenham. You know, because obviously you guys have the stadium. You have so many events held at the stadium. You guys still have a massive fan base. You got the Asian side of the fan base. I think they're the only club who has like just from Son alone, everything like that brings it in the Asian community and all that stuff. And I think I looked just now. I said Liverpool apparently are in we're 200 million. Our debt only rises to about 200 million, which I think isn't too much within like a football team.
That's fine.
Like,
that's nothing. Yeah. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's like nothing. But that's what I mean when I say if them men are comfy, like they're not going to be inclined to just sell majority.
But why? Exactly. What I don't understand, right? So I don't spend too much time like worrying about the plights of other clubs, but I see like you've had a tough year this year. Obviously, tough season. You didn't do enough in the window to help with your midfield issues and stuff. And then we
spent, bro. We just spent wrong. But go on.
Okay, but the fact like a lot of your fans, I'm always seeing FSG out trending on Twitter.
Always,
right?
Always.
But then last season, you guys had the best season ever, right? Or in the recent history.
Yeah, we only signed Konate last season.
So, like, is it that short-termism that your fans are like? Are they that fickle where they're like, get these owners out because we've had half a season?
No, but people have been. A lot of the fan base have been FSG out since before.
Why? I don't understand why. Like, what's wrong with an owner that delivers trophies? you've had a decent run of trophies, right? Like last year, how many trophies did you win last year?
We won 2 trophies last season.
Not bad season, right?
It's not that. It's because it's in terms of if you want to compete with the Man Uniteds and you want to compete with the Cities. I'm not talking about trophy-wise, because Man United obviously haven't been up there per se of recent. But so if you want longevity and you want to be at the top, they're not a sustainable ownership group.
Yep.
They're not sustainable. You cannot sell to buy and remain at the top. You can get to the top, but to stay at the top, different story. Complete different story.
Yeah,
and
so the argument is everyone's got to sell out to sugar daddy ownership.
I wouldn't say so. I just think sell to buy and sustainability. I think everyone hitting the Liverpool fan base can say that sell to buy and sustainability are two things that are chalk and cheese, bro.
Yeah, but you're competing with Manchester City that are sugar daddy ownership, right? You're competing with Chelsea when they get their act in order. It's all sugar daddy ownership, right? The only clubs that are sustainable up there at the top over the last 20 years. I did some research in the last 20 since 2001 when Daniel Levy came into power. There's been 67 domestic trophies that could have been won. 45% of them, so like 27 of the or 30 of the 67 have been won by Chelsea and Manchester City. Two clubs that pre-2001 were nowhere to be seen. Suddenly they come up all because of sugar daddy ownership with Abramovich or now Bowley and the Man City thing. Mm-hmm. And so what you're saying is like FSG, like they've got you, they saved you from financial distress in 2007. They've taken you up. They've got you competitive again. They won the league for the first time in 30 odd years or whatever it is. You got all those trophies, and yet the fan base is saying it ain't enough.
It was the appointment of Klopp, bro. It was the appointment of Klopp. Yes, FSG were behind that, bro. But at the end of the day, FSG was still in a few years before that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I know it's a process, but their time is done. And I've been FSG out for a while. But Corey's also asked a question before we just quickly move on to the last bit of the stream. Corey says, "Yo, Mont, quick question. When's your club selling again? Because I don't think I forgot about your stream with signs." Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. As I said, FSG, they held out. They held out in it, and it's looking like they don't want anything to do with the Qatari.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
Yeah, they withdrew. Qataris withdrew for Liverpool.
Yeah, they said, hey man, run Liverpool, come United.
Done, United. Once you told me that was done.
No, I said the Qataris are highly interested in Liverpool, which they were. They were. Liverpool and Man City.
Can't lie. Once you did say you had a good source.
Eve, you did the secret insider.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. 100%. And if they withdraw, that doesn't mean the source is fake or it was a lie.
What are you saying? Sources are done. Sources
No,
are done.
once you
No, we just pump fake them, man. They just pump fake Liverpool and then bought United. That's what they did. They didn't want that dead club, man.
Rug, hashtag rug pull.
As I said, the owners. I said with FSG, the owners don't. I don't want to say we. I don't want to associate myself too much with them, but they don't want to sell. They're running the club fine, and if they're going to sell, it's going to be a minority stake, which is fine, I guess, if it's someone who does come in and wants to pump more money into Liverpool. But whether that changes to the buy to sell policy, it's a different matter. Now FSG are trying to do this gaslight, saying they're going to overhaul. They're gonna give Klopp a massive amount of money.
I can't like, you know what's crazy? Sorry to interrupt you. I'm just deep in that. These two were on this. We're all here complaining about owners, innit? And Arsenal fans were actually here complaining about their owners.
About Kroenke.
And the owners done them so good. They didn't spend their money. And they waited for the relevant person, and they gave him funds.
Now he did. Yeah, now they did.
Yeah, but he just didn't give Unai Emery money. He didn't give.
No, they gave Emery got money. No, Emery got money.
Emery got 70 M's, but not really.
If I get into this, I'll be here all night. I'm not.
We won't get into the too deep of it. But at the end of the day, ownerships can pattern up. But I think a lot of it is gaslighting at the same time. Like, do you know what I'm saying? How many times have the Glazers gaslighted United fans? Time and time again.
Every week, fam.
What does that mean? Wait. Explain that to me. What does that mean by that? Gaslighting the United fans? How have they done that?
Like the Ronaldo signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's an example of it. Like, you've gone and bought Ronaldo. Who else did they get? Sancho, Varane, to make things seem like they're okay. Do you know what I'm saying? They've gaslighted them into thinking, no, look, we're not the deadest owners. Look, we've gone and got you this, and that.
No, but not every player's ever going to turn out like this. This is the argument I have with Tottenham fans.
They're still taking money. They're not investing in the certain things in the club. They're not getting in who they want to get in, but they're covering up with nice, shiny signings.
But how much do they spend on Sancho? It's always the kind of the people playing rear view mirror like analysis, Monday morning quarterback. Like, had Sancho become, how much did they pay for Sancho? 70 million quid, right? Fortune.
72.
72.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be the next big thing. He hasn't turned out, but that's not on the Glazers. That's on the guy. That's on whoever the scout is who identifies.
But it's more. And when you say gaslight, I'm not saying it's not the signing itself. It's not the black and white signing itself. It's what's going on behind the scenes, and then just going in and getting a Ronaldo.
Yeah,
but if we go into this, we're probably going to be here forever with the owners. Obviously, that was just you can't not talk about. It's breaking news, like it's trending now that they put in a bid for Man United, and it's all over the internet right now. Actually, look at my phone. So yeah, I'm gonna
die when the Glazers say.
They've just joined Barcelona. Good result of Barcelona. New manager.
You know the bacon.
Before we quickly just move to the Chelsea game and that, like, do you think they're back, or do you think this doesn't like what Sean said? It doesn't make a massive difference in the expenditure, but it's smart spending. I'll ask the Arsenal fans first. So,
who United?
Yeah, do you think United are back and could do a Fergie thing again? Like, are you looking at it that way, or
no.
are you just thinking
that time in football's done?
Yeah,
in terms of having like a one man. There's too much money in football for United to do that again. Way too much money in football. There's more teams that are competitive, and yeah, it's just not. So I'm not worried that it being a Fergie thing again. The only thing I will say is their recruitment may be a bit more faster now, because United have always gone and got the player they wanted for the most part. Yeah. If they've wanted someone, they've kind of got them. Yeah.
So what changes? What changes?
What changes is they may start identifying better players, and B, start getting their targets for a bit cheaper because they're getting them earlier.
How does that work? How does a new owner?
Because we'll go full circle.
Sorry. I'll stop.
Yeah, Mbappe in the summer, man. Mbappe in the summer. Come on.
Wait, I want to say, Casey, quickly to touch upon what you said. Why does it mean they're going to identify targets better? Like, that's the bit I don't get. I don't understand.
Not so much.
Bro, because there's
example is
they've employed bankers. I'll tell you, our sporting director is a banker. There's no footballing
Anthony as an example, yeah?
Yeah.
So Anthony, yeah, they identified him before they bought him, right? Someone, a good transfer manager and someone who knew what they were doing would be going to get Anthony at the time he was 50, 60. They would not be leaving it to the last day. They would rather back out the deal than go and pay 95.
Yeah, but
that's
why?
what
But
the guy will do. They're not doing that, bro. They're not going to keep doing these signings where we're saying United. The whole United thing where United overpay for players is going to die out. Like that stigma may start dying out. Not because they can't do it if they want to, but because they have better people, or people that are not trying to make money and are trying to better the team. Like a different mentality. A mentality switch is why they will improve.
The United
fans are treated as a business, isn't it?
Yeah, the United fans are saying, "Let Casey, you're cooking still." They're saying you're spitting still.
Yeah, but quick question: Is Ten Hag a head coach or is he the manager?
The manager.
He's both.
He's manager.
So aren't these signings his? So I don't get this. The bit I don't get. How is somebody above him?
But he's not even saying it's complete the wrong signings. Like Casey's talking about the logistics of the signings, the technicalities of the signings. And the technicality and the people that are putting the technicalities in place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If that improves, that helps a lot, because that's improved for us, Kate. Our whole system on how we do transfers and the way we do things now has changed, bro. And that's because one, the Cronkies have believed in Arteta and said, you know what, we're gonna put our cards down on this guy, right? And we're gonna go all in and let's see what happens. They haven't done that. If a new owners come in and do what we've done and say, you know what, I'm gonna go all in for United. We're gonna do this we're gonna make a plan. We're gonna do this, and bro, it will just help. It will improve things naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Corey says no more 300k a week. I disagree. I think players will.
No, I still think you're gonna be paying mad wages if you have to.
Salary will still be good. If anything, that's still gonna be part of the attraction.
Not sure they can. Not sure they can under the new FFP rules. You have to have a limit
that's
on
FFP. That's FFP, Sean. That's not new owners. Corey's saying that from new owners.
No, I know, but the reason why, if you look at there's like the new sustainability rules that are coming in that are drip feeding over the next 3 years. By 2026, it's going to be max. It's going to be at its like full level. You can only have 70% of whatever. If you like the grand total of all of your staff salaries, including your players, agents' fees, and transfer fees. 70% of that is 70% of whatever revenue you bring into your club. 70% of that, whatever that number is the maximum you can have when you add up the salaries, the agents' fees, and the transfer fees. And when you look at the amount, the salaries to revenue ratios, teams like Everton are at 92%. Teams like Manchester United are at like 89%. All of these, and there's two other clubs. I think PSG are at 112% or something mad like that. Like they're spending more in salaries than the actual club brings in overall revenue, and it has to be tapped out at 70%. So when you heard your man Eric Ten Hag saying a little while ago that he's going to put in a salary cap, he wasn't just saying it for the sake of it. He's saying it because you guys need to.
Yep, exactly. That's what I think he's going
to. It's in his contract saying that he's taken charge of the youth team and he has final say on the signing. So I think Kears was right in what he's saying. Or they said that they need not his signings.
Yeah, no, I agree that his signings was about the entire process.
Yeah, the logistics of how you do it. Yeah,
might be his targets, but he's not flying to so and so to go chit chat about contracts and do all that. He's not doing that. He's identifying. We may identify the players. I'm not saying they might get better players. They'll just be better in the transfer windows, and that as a whole makes the club better, bro. If you're getting your signings in early, like look what he done for us. We never used to get our signings in early, bro, and do a street business. We've done that this season, and look, it's paid dividends, bro. No matter what happens this season, we can say that our transfer window worked. The way we worked.
Yeah,
Man United haven't had that for years. When's the last time we said Man United have been good in the transfer window? Yes, they have got good signings, but it's always been. We always say you paid X amount for this player, or there's always something with the players they're getting. You had to pay.
How much is Sancho getting paid? How much is
Right,
Sancho
guys,
earning?
I know this is a great conversation. We have to move on because it's so tight for time.
I know.
Sorry.
Show this
But it's like
comment. This is what
350 bags, by the way.
Yeah.
United will have 100 to 150 million a year to spend once the debt is wiped, as we spend 100 million a year on paying the debt servicing fees. Fair enough. Iron, fair enough. We'll have a separate stream on ownership in it. I think that's probably what needs to happen, and Sean will definitely bring you along for that with your experience in investment banking as well.
Yeah, definitely. That will help a lot still.
Yeah, like trust me, Sean knows his shit in it. Trust me. But United 2-2 at Barcelona, and Chelsea obviously lost 1-0 to Dortmund. Graham Potter, just quickly, is he in trouble? And some people are Graham Potter out already, and I know it's a process, but 4 goals in the last 9 games. They're struggling to win a single game at the moment. 600 million spent. Haaland has more goals than Chelsea. Felix misses. They're 1-0 down. Season's kind of on a bust for Chelsea, and even Liverpool have gone above them in their turmoil, our turmoil, let's just say. Enzo Fernandez got absolutely destroyed.
That was mad. That clip was mad.
He said, "Big up Adeyemi says I eat fufu."
Has anyone actually like clipped that speed, like the speed clipper on that? I don't think anyone's dribbled a ball faster than him or ran with the ball at his feet faster than him this season.
Yeah, that was crazy. That run was crazy. I can't lie. I do feel sorry for Enzo though. He should have never been left in a 1v1.
Yeah. And this is why you look at Potter and go tactically, because do you know what, kids and Casey, especially when we're talking about Chelsea and Latimus, I hope you're watching. Latimus. Like, what excuses are left for Chelsea? Because before it was the wing backs, Chilwell started, Reece James started. Koulibaly was seen as a flop. Cucurella is seen as a flop. Mount apparently isn't good enough, and Gallagher is arse cheeks. Gallagher benched. Mount dropped. Koulibaly in the basement. Not even in the. He's in the basement. Aubameyang dropped. Enzo's been drafted into the midfield. Madueke's been brought in. Felix is now back off of his red card. He's off his ban. Felix is done with his ban. And Badiashile has come in and looks very good, by the way. We haven't really spoken about him. He does. He does. Serious, I can't lie. Yeah. So for me, the excuses are running dry for Potter now, because he's changing things around. Players are now coming back from injury. Cucurella has been dropped. X, Y, and Z have been dropped. What
I will say, is for what Chelsea are trying to do, I don't think Potter's the right guy. I think they wanted to kind of get a guy that, is up and coming and has good tactics and can do a thing. But I think this is too much for Potter. Right now it's too much. I don't even think he has final say on the signings. I think they're telling you're getting these big names and you got to do a thing. And I think that's what Potter's trying to do. So in his defense, I just think this is a bit too much for him. I don't think he's ready for what Chelsea demand, because Brighton fans are not demanding like that. Brighton fans are just happy to be where they are, and they're just happy that the team's behind the manager and all of that good stuff, and everything's going well. So it's easy to do what he's doing at Brighton. Not easy, sorry, but there's less pressure. Chelsea, you've got to get results. When results aren't going your way, spotlight's on you, and I don't think he's quite ready for that type of spotlight.
Is he drinking his similar to the Lampard? Go on, Kay.
Nah. I disagree with that. I think Potter needs more time, me personally. And also what I would say is that I don't know if you might watch the highlights yesterday, but I watched the highlights, and there was a point where Chelsea were absolutely cooking Dortmund, and João Felix missed 2. For me, he has to be burying both of them without fail. And if he does bury the both of them, it's a 2-1 game, or maybe even 3-1, 4-1.
Different combo.
And the whole convo changes. So I think he's playing good football, and that's all you can ask of as a manager. I understand the results aren't going their way. I get that.
For how long though? Because it's 30 minutes. It's like they'll have like 30 minutes where you go, oh. But then I think Chelsea has spent too much money to write off the rest of the season and play as bad as they are. But we all know we're getting onto Chelsea now because we know the force they could easily be next season, especially without European. Because when Nkunku steps in, I think that solves a lot of their problems. I'm not gonna
100%. Havertz.
I don't know because we said
Havertz
that
is
with
trained as a number man.
Lukaku.
Lukaku also comes back off loan.
No, but
it's
no,
mad.
we said when
Lukaku's
they
done.
bought Lukaku that Lukaku will fix most of their problems. We said
No, but that was the one thing they were missing. I think they're still going to go in for a 9 in the summer. I definitely think they're going to go in for a striker.
Right.
Maybe
Who left, bro? Who haven't they tried, fam?
I don't know, but we say who haven't they, but they just spent 300 million in January. Who does that? Case, who does that, bro?
I don't think they'll go back for another one. They got Leipzig, they got Nkunku, and they got Broja coming back as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they could put out 2 squads at this moment in time. It's just about how they're going to gel it together. United 2-2, end to end. Can United get through? We'll keep this one brief. Can United get through? Can they do it next week? Or do you think
easy?
Barcelona don't.
Easy.
No Dembele,
That's a straight.
no Dembele, no Busquets,
Easy.
no Pedri.
Yeah,
No Gavi. No Gavi.
No
Bro, we
Gavi.
cooked them today. We should
No
have scored
chance.
at least. We should have scored way more than we did.
Yeah,
The Rashford
I
one
agree
at
with
the
that.
end, we should have had like 4 or 5 goals. Honestly,
They had their. I think they had their fair share of chances as well. Though. Bro.
which one? You tell me.
What do you mean?
There was
Which
one.
ones? Tell me.
There was one. Ansu
That they didn't
Fati-
score.
And
Come on, man. That's edge of the box, outside of the box.
No, the one in the box.
He probably hit into the ground. but he
Okay,
didn't
yeah.
hit the
That's
area.
it. That's one.
Casemiro booted the ball off his own post when the ball was about to booted it off his own post.
Bro, but that's not. That's just missed set piece mistakes. They're not creating these chances. That's
Bro,
deflections and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it. I'll be real. If you're being honest,
Wait, this is how I felt about.
Kunde should have been sent off. Kunde should have been sent off. I think. I genuinely think Kunde should have been sent off. But I also think Fred got very lucky with the handball. Fred got very lucky
Yes.
with the
There should have
handball.
been penalties both ways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it goes both ways. So I
And
don't
this
know, I
was
think
at
Fred-
Camp Nou, bro. OT, we're cooking them. We didn't have Licha. No Sabitzer. Fred's gonna be out. Sabitzer's gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Anthony and Martial as well. Like we may have more people as well. Then we get that, Waghorst out, bro.
Yeah,
We're gonna be much.
you guys have a good chance at Old Trafford. I think it
Easy,
just depends
yeah.
on Barcelona if they can get, because Barcelona have injuries and people missing just like you guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Dembele is a big miss for them. I think Rafinha is just not Dembele.
Rafinha is Bruno, man. He is Bruno on the right wing. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
this
he's
guy,
good.
he got pocketed by Tyrell Malacia and masked it up with a GA. What is that, Bruno Fernandes? Shit performance, masked it up with a GA, and that was a lucky goal as well. It just went through everyone. That's it.
I hear it.
Nah, Barca getting cooked. Barca getting cooked next week.
Bro, we're gonna cook them at OT.
Not getting cooked. I think it'd be a good game. You're gonna get you're gonna get through, but it's not gonna be a cooking.
They got no Pedri and no Gavi for Barcelona system is criminal. They got no chance.
No, I agree. You're gonna get. I agree. United are getting through, but I don't think it's gonna be a cook-off.
De Jong was
Last
poor
one.
today as well.
3-0.
Yeah, guys. Last but not least, Liverpool versus on Monday. The Liverpool fixture versus Arsenal versus Everton. Jordan Pickford, Jordan Pickney, Jordan Pussio, Jordan Peppergreen.
What scum?
That Pussio. He pisses me off so much, bro.
Yeah, he's a shithousery though. He's the best goalkeeper. He's better. He's almost as good as the Argentinian goalkeeper for shithousery. He comes out. Yeah, Martinez in the World Cup was like peak shithousery. But I remember last year when Tottenham played Everton, there'd be like a bit of a free kick or something on the halfway line in the centre circle, and Pickford would be the first one there to get stuck in. He'd run 50 yards out of his box to come and get stuck in with like Harry Kane or whoever else having a crack. Like the guy is peak shithousery. Like you
done it with Robertson, and this is what happened, bro. Look, you got laughed at, bro. As a man, guys, we're men, right? We're men. We're grown men. As a man, if you run out your box to body man to show you are going, and he laughs in your face.
I get it. Yeah. Well, now what? Now what, bro? Now what? What are you gonna do?
It's literally cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
Yeah, cut the cameras. No, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. The man just laughing in my face. Like, and he didn't just laugh. He was creasing in the man's face, bro.
Yeah, literally cut the cameras.
Like,
I don't mind. I don't hate him. Like I hate the fact that when he's doing it to my team, I hate him. But if he was wearing my shirt, I'd be like all about it. I think I like him.
He might get a move though. If Everton go down, he probably still gets a move.
Yeah, well, I don't want him to come to Tottenham
Because we can't have the England #1 playing in the championship.
Can you imagine? That?
Ramsdale step up.
Yeah, no, Ramsdale will just step up. Don't worry.
Yeah,
they'll probably.
It'll probably be Pope in it.
They'll probably put Pope there. I literally just.
No, they can't have Ramsdale, man.
One thing I'll probably go on is Stefan Bajatic's performance. 18-year-old in midfield, done very well against the IC3 in midfield, the African Iron Bars, the you know what I'm saying, the South London trio of Onana, Decore, and Idris Gana Gay. Hella verbs in their names. I was shook, Tara. I was shook. Hella verbs in their names.
Vowels. A lot of vowels.
He's a good little player.
Yeah, it was a good win. Obviously, Cody Gakpo escaped the 007 allegations as well. He was meaty until the goal, but
just about though, once.
Do you think Onana gets a move in the summer?
Huh?
Do you think Onana gets a move in the summer?
If they go down, yeah. If they go down.
A million percent.
How much? What's his price tag? Do you think?
Like 35,
40.
In today's market, 40, 50 in mad.
40, yeah, like 40, 50.
40, 50 in today's.
Yeah,
today's
he's
market,
a baller.
He goes down as well.
Age.
He goes down as well.
He's young as well, kid. He's young, bro. Like 21.
Yeah, he's 21.
21.
Look at Caicedo, bro. Stuff like that.
Wow.
Like 100 M's in that. Like, but what was I gonna say? I think it was a good performance. Gakpo was done very well after the goal. He didn't even celebrate his goal, to be honest. He was kind of relieved. But why are you relieved 7 games into your Liverpool career?
Relieved? One time I saw this.
No. After, bro, he's done this when he's running back to the line. When he scored, he's doing this. He's doing this.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What's that supposed to represent?
It's the him and Van Dijk doing it. These that were egging him on, but bro, when he scored, he was more relieved. The second he scored, and for
me, it meant to be like an octopus thing?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know.
A hairy chin? Is he celebrating? He can grow a beard at his young age. What is it? What's he got? What's that
it's
for?
It's VVD celebration. I don't know. It's VVD celebration. It's a Dutch thing. It's a Dutch thing. But yeah, but like, we're gonna probably finish it there. I will run the clip that I played with Troop, and we're gonna close out there. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. We're 13 subscribers off of 3.3K. So make sure the 13 of you in here, please subscribe. It's been a good stream. It's the midweek roundup. That's why it was a longer stream today. Of course, it probably would have been a bit shorter if United getting bidded for didn't just get boomed off.
Sorry, that's my fault. Sorry about that.
Like literally breaking news. That is big news, though, innit? I'm not gonna lie. That's breaking. That is big news, and Corey's gonna be all over that. So Corey probably wishing he was in this stream. I'm not gonna lie. And also salute to Marcus Rashford scoring again. Very good finish, by the way, for a very, very good finish.
Yeah,
Marcus Rashford. I wasn't in the call. Kiers, was Corey going mad in the call when he scored that?
Of course.
What was he saying, Case? He was moving a bit.
Corey was telling me to set my top. So I joined the call. With Barca bagged, and as Barca bagged, Man United bagged, and Corey said, "Stay in the call," giving me bare.
Bare verbal.
Bare verbal.
Don't worry about that. Do not, Debbie. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see the screen? Oh, it's not showing. Hold on, it's not sharing the screen properly. Give me a second, guys. I'm just getting the clip out now. Guys, make sure we sub to the channel and big up everyone, big up all the members. Thank you for the super chats as well. It means a lot, especially with supporting the channel. There we go. Go ahead. The window open. So can you guys see this? You guys see this? You guys see the screen? Everyone see the screen?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. I'll play this one out loud. There you go. Zoom it in a little bit so you guys can see. Just so you guys can see the volume on. So this is what I said.
Still can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
I can. And the worst thing is, I can understand everything
Yeah.
saying.
Yo, no sound, brother.
There's no sound. There's no sound there, monster man.
No sound, but I can hear it.
No sound, yeah.
No sound,
but I can hear it, G.
Is there no sound?
No.
Nah, you don't get double sound through the when you're doing a screen share of a URL.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Do you know what? That's fine. Or you guys thought
Get your phone up. Do it manual.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. Don't worry, guys.
We ain't getting to bed till we hear this one. I can tell.
Second, you will be second, and I will be waiting. Yeah, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. I'm on the podcast on Friday, you pussy off. I'll be waiting. Batman, yeah? I'll be waiting.
See that?
Yeah.
Are you going on tomorrow?
I was on today. The video's out tomorrow.
Ah,
1 o'clock. Don't worry. 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for the stream. We'll see you guys soon. Big up all the members in the chat. By the way, link is in the description. The call-in show will take place tomorrow around 10 p.m. I will be hosting that one, so make sure you jump in and have your say. I'm definitely going to go on what's trending as well. Big up Ilias, who rejoined, UK Beats, Daniel, D1 Millie, Honestly, Ed, Jamie Phillips, Bertaza, Solo, Roms, Poutini, Andy, Baz, JT, T-Baby, Chelsea OG, John Madonka, Aiden Andrews, Kaz, and and that's it, guys. Make sure we have a lovely weekend. Looking forward to the fixtures, guys. Arsenal probably will beat Villa, so guys, don't get too disheartened. See you soon. Make sure you subscribe to Spurs Talk Show and Sarcasm City TV. We'll see you in the next one.